Alright, September 28th, Fremont, Nebraska, coming east on the Transcon. I believe this one's going to cross over and go on to the, yeah, it's crossing over. It's going Missouri Valley. So it'll be on the Fremont, Missouri Valley sub. See if we can get a decent picture. Got 3 of them up front. And a long string of 53s. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first train of my day. Since I got here around like 5:30 in the morning. There was maintenance way working. They have up and left, and first train to get cleared through, I guess. I got pictures of Valley, Nebraska, the local tied down there. Little local GP39, GP40, GP39, I believe. And then I caught the 2 BNSFs local here. They're tied down over by the station right now, and yeah, this first train. Royal Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. September 28th. It's a Thursday. Wow, there's a lot of empties. Well, they said rail traffic's down 44% nationwide. Oh, that's interesting. Here's a 5-pack of 53s. Nope. 3-pack and then a single. It fooled me. Yeah, you don't really see the 5-packs anymore out here. UP and BNSF pretty much done away with them so they could break these apart into smaller intermodal yards. Used to have an A, B, C, D, and E. Now you just have an A, B, and C, or sometimes an A, B, E, you know, depending on which way they broke it down. And for all our non-railroading people, so they share a truck, these well cars. You'll see these multi-spine cars. They shared 1, 2, 3, 4 trucks, so that's a 5-pack. This one's a 3-pack. There's your knuckle. This one here is a 5-pack of multi-spine cars carry trailers and boxes. Oh, good. And here's how they put a box on a multi-spine car. And then that's a well car. And they call it a well car because it's just a big square hole they put those boxes in. Royal Fanning Adventures. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is UP's local just starting their day here in Fremont. 10:02. Gonna go over and work the yard right now. Yep. Getting ready to do some yarding on the other side here. Royal Fanning Adventures. It's September 28th, Fremont, Nebraska. Another eastbound train, second train of the day. This is a loaded coal drag, and it's going to continue east on the Transcon into Council Bluffs and then up through Moat Valley. So about About 3 years ago, they used to run these heavy coal drags on the old C&W, but the grade going downhill from Arlington, Nebraska, all the way into California Junction was too much. There's a curve there in Blair where the line for Cargill comes in, and they derailed 19 or 20 loaded coal cars, and a mid-train DPU. So what they've been doing now is they'll send their coal drags into Council Bluffs, and then they'll go over the bridge in Omaha into Council Bluffs, and then swing north, get up to Mo Valley, and continue east if it's going to Chicago. So, and since this isn't Mid-America, this is definitely going east. Mid-America, there's 2 big power plants there that get coal, both by UP and BNSF. This is not one of them, so this is definitely going to go up the Mo Valley and continue its journey east, dodging the heavy grade, downhill grade, and the curves. And so what they did is they combined 2 trains here. They got a coal drag up front, then mid-train DPU, and then a manifest on the rear end. And I believe the manifest that's on the rear end will be taken off in Council Bluffs. So it's a Bailey to Council Bluffs for the rear end of this train. Yep, the rear of this train's definitely getting taken off in Council Bluffs, and then the coal drag will continue east. Here comes our mid-train DPU, 8261. UP does have a place in their yard where they unload cars from the auto racks and load cars into auto racks there for shipping on rail. And that's Cargill, that's going to Blair. This is a Mid-America right here. That one coal car, that's going to Mid-America. That's going to the concrete place. This steel car is going to Valley. This is Cargill. The lumber car here will get lumber at the lumber yard there. That's a maintenance away car. That's going to Sapp Brothers, the propane. Oh, Wisconsin and Southern. Don't see that very often. These right here will be going to Moline, where they'll get loaded with tractors, tires, stuff like that. That's for the tillings at the quarry. Yeah, so that the butt end of this train was all for Council Bluffs. Don't know where that coal drag's going, but this will be taken off in Council Bluffs. Yep, and there is our local working here today in Fremont, 1002, and he will be kicking cars momentarily. Royal Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, September 28th, Fremont, Nebraska. And heading south on BNSF Sioux City Sub. Yep, there we go. Passing the locals, tied down right now. I think it's a ballast train, but I'm not really sure. Don't quote me on that. 788. It is, it's a ballast train. These are BNSF ballast cars. This rock actually comes from a quarry up near Sioux City. I'm not sure the name of the town. Actually, I think it might even still be considered Sioux City, South Dakota, where they actually load this rock. So this is heading south. I'm gonna guess it's gonna go south into Ashland, sling west, and go to Hobson Yard, and then go from Hobson Yard out to wherever they need ballast. I actually have a video of this empty up in Dakota City, Nebraska, which is just on the other side of Sioux City. $37.27 for your rear DPU. Royal Fanning Adventures. Alright, here's UP's Fremont local moving some power. We got 1002 moving 2749. Better than a doorknob. This one came in westbound, and they ended up having to leave it here. I believe it's going to go back from whence it came. Alright, Royal Fanning Adventures on the BNSF side of things. Northbound, I'm thinking it's going to be unit train to grain. Northbound on the Sioux City Sub. These are empty. I believe this train is going to Oakland, Nebraska, to the co-op there, and to get loaded. Big loop track there. They pull this on the loop and continuously load it. One big giant circle. It's kind of like a big toy train. Right now this train is heading north on the Sioux City Sub. I believe this is going to Oakland, Nebraska. I can't remember the name of the co-op there. Oh, we got an old original paint for BN here. Counts as a fallen flag car. Hoping maybe one of their heritage cars show up. Well, I'll take the BN green. There's another one. That's kind of cool. Every once in a while you catch some cool graffiti. Something actually put some time and talent, not just scribble. Again, this train's heading north on the BNSF Sioux City sub here in Fremont. Union Pacific traffic stopped because just on the western edge of town here, the Sioux City sub crosses over UP's Transcon line. So all traffic stops for UP while these guys are going across. There's something in the works to get rid of the diamond there. I don't know how they're going to do it. I know the feasibility study was done, but have not seen the drawings or anything yet of how they're going to get rid of the diamond, which would alleviate quite a bit of traffic here in Snarls between UP and BNSF. The Sioux City sub for BNSF is a single track main line with passing sidings. UP, of course, is double tracked on the Transcon all the way across until it gets given, then it's triple tracked. There's actually two diamonds here. There's a diamond right to the left of me here where UP crosses BNSF to get to Purina, a lumber yard, and a chemical company. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Alright, September 28th, and the local is kicking cars into the yard. 10:02, that's the local for UP here in Fremont. Rail Fanning Adventures. More importantly, panning west, we have an eastbound stack train approaching. There he is. And we'll see which way this one's going. I also have a westbound holding for this one. Pan that way in a minute. There's a westbound train holding right now. I don't know if this one's going to go into Council Bluffs or not. See in a minute, or if it's going to be crossing onto the C&W line, the Missouri Valley Fremont sub. Nope, he's going to Council Bluffs. Going east. And the other one's holding way off in the distance there, the westbound. Hopefully we don't get scabbed. I believe they just ran a crew out to him. So I should be able to catch that one next. Oh, that went way too fast. Nothing like seeing 53-foot well cars with 40 and 45-foot and 48-foot boxes in them. Seems like a waste of space. These are 40-footers. Which ironically, you'll see 5 packs of 40-footers, but only 3 packs of 53s. These are 53s here. Here's a single. 1, 2, 3. Brake. 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 Here's a 3-pack here. That's mainly for all our members that are not don't know a lot about the railroad. Try to educate, so you know what you're looking at. And what I mean by sharing a truck in between, like this one's shared, this one's shared, and then there's a coupling there, and that's the end of that one. And that's a shared, that's a shared, that's a 3-pack. Now the 40-footers, you'll get 5-packs of those. And I think there's still a few 5s or 53s, 5-packs floating around, but they're very rare now. Used to see a lot more of them back in the day. But the intermodal yards aren't big enough now with the way they're shipping trains, so 3-packs it is. I mean, that's what I was told from a Union Pacific customer service rep. All right, so we got a lot of action going on. Here comes, this is heading east into Council Bluffs, and then right behind us on the Sioux City sub is a northbound manifest on the Sioux City sub. Looks like Autoracks. So we'll just keep panning back and forth. Here's a 5-pack of 40-footers. That northbound's going to have to stop because this train is still across the diamond. Here is our mid-train DPU on the eastbound stacker. 5-pack of 40. We got Autoracks. Yep, it's a manifest. He'll be slowing down and coming to a crawl here shortly. As you can see, way in the distance there. Where that signal is over the rock pile, that is the diamond where the Sioux City sub swings north and crosses over to Transcon. So, as you can see, this train is still across that diamond, so he's going to have to wait. Orion, here comes some of your well cars, buddy, for IAIS. This train is heading to Council Bluffs. Some of these will be coming off, going to IAIS for shipment. We got more Autoracks behind me right now. Stack train headed east here on the Transcon. And as you can see, BNSF has had to come to a crawl right now and most likely will stop. Oh, there's the old Burlington Northern well cars. This train is still well over the diamond there. BNSF is going to have to stop. Actually, I think the end of this stack train has finally come through the diamond. So BNSF should be able to continue north. And like I said, there's a westbound, Union Pacific westbound that just did a crew change here to my right. on the former C&W main line. And now with BNSF headed north and crossing the Diamond, but that train, after they do the crew change, is going to have to wait again. That was BNSF. He had train brake on, he released the train brakes, and he's going to continue north now. Technically, there's 4 trains right here, right now. There's this eastbound stacker, the northbound BNSF train behind me, the westbound holding to my right, and the locals working. So, yeah, it's pretty busy here in Fremont. This train is, there's the local. I believe that is Hobson to Sioux City. He released the train brakes, he's on the gas. We're gonna pan out so you can kind of see the end of this stack train. Just crossing the road down there by the UP shack, and let's pan back over and catch the rest of this northbound. There's a Burlington Northern car. It's harvest season here, so you're going to see a lot of corn oil tanks, ethanol tanks, and a lot of cylinders and hoppers moving. Again, this train behind me is northbound going to Sioux City. The Sioux City Yard, BNSF Sioux City Yard. I believe it's the Hobson to Sioux City. Hobson Yards in Lincoln. It's one of their main classification yards. Quadruple train meet here in Fremont. That's pretty cool. Alright, and that's the end of our northbound BNSF manifest. Our eastbound stack train has finally gone by. And I'm going to pan to the west here, and you can see where BNSF is crossing UP's Transcon line. That is those signals down there for the Diamond. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont. September 28th, Fremont, Nebraska, on the former C&W main line. Crew changes on the left, and here's a westbound stacker passing them. This is the Missouri Valley Fremont sub, which is the former C&W main line. And here's our first westbound stacker of the day. '53s. This just rolled past that crew change. at speed. It is coming off the former C&W main line onto UP's Transcon line for its journey west. To my rail fanning compadres back east, this is just one spot, my friends. One spot. And this is just where I work. This was probably NS 21J, I think it was. I don't know what it is now, but that's what it used to be. Rail fanning adventures, rail fanning for those who can't. And we're changing the world one smile at a time. Big shout out to everybody on Facebook and our group. Thank you for posting your pictures and videos. I love seeing it. I love seeing you guys out rail fanning together. Awesome. I'll be out rail fanning a lot more because literally my job is right where the crew change is happening. So I got the Transcon and the Bow Valley to Fremont sub. Runs right through my yard. So. Alright, that is the end of our westbound stacker, and I'm going to pan to the east here, and you will see the crew changes happening right there. And right over there's my yard. That's where I work. Rail Fanning Adventures. Alright, 28th of September, Fremont. Now that BNSF mainline traffic has gone by, the locals coming out to go to work. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fremont, Nebraska. Coming off the Fremont, Missouri Valley sub, former C&W main line. After doing a crew change and waiting for traffic, it looks like a unit train of grain is finally rolling west. Finally heading west. They finally got the okay to get going. I saw them bring the crew out there. We had eastbound, westbound traffic. We have BNSF crossing the Transcon just west of here. So these guys finally got the okay to get going, and they are going. We have 6443 leading, followed by 6226, followed by 7022. And it's loaded, unit train of loaded grain or corn or soy. Again, gonna see a lot of these about this time of year. Holy moly, we have an eastbound coming. Alright, so this one just came off the former C&W main line on the UP's Transcon. And we have an eastbound heading our way right now. We're gonna pan to the west real quick and catch the meet. Alright, your westbound's on your right, eastbound's on your left. Another meet here in Fremont. Now let's see which way this eastbound goes. If it continues in two counts, nope. It is going to be heading east on the Blair Fremont. Oh, well, the fourth one was a 70M. Alright, so the eastbound's in the foreground, the westbound's in the background. Pretty sure the westbound is a Cargill train from either Fort Dodge. I don't think it's from Blair. One of the other cargo facilities. And this eastbound here started at Bailey Yard and is now heading east. Anything that you see that's a manifest heading east originates life at Bailey Yard. That's their main classification yard. Anything you see that's going west, that's a manifest, is going to terminate at Bailey and come out of a different train. That's just the way UP runs things. Bailey Yard, the largest classification yard in the world, is their main system-wide classification yard. It's just the way it works. I learned that when I did the tour of Bailey Yard, which is given by the guys that run and work there. So you learn a lot, you get to see a lot. It's a really good tour. I'm trying to get my admin out here this coming August to go to it. We have a special invite to actually tour the diesel shop, which is not part of the tour, but it'll be a special thing just for us to do. Alright, our mid-train DPUs for the eastbound are coming into view now. Get some photos of them. Westbound, still rolling. East meets west here yet again today. Missouri Pacific Gondola. Alright, our westbound has ended and there was no rear DPU on it. Our eastbound is still moving right along. This might be the Bailey to Boone to Chicago manifest, because these ethanol cars and some of these big cylinders are Cargill and ADM. There's a pretty big yard in Boone, Iowa, along with a really great little rail museum and excursion train. Boone Scenic Valley Railway. Awesome place to go if you ever get a chance. Alright, and here's the end of our eastbound manifest on the former C&W main line. Blair Fremont sub for UP Rail Fanning Adventures. Well, my phone somehow restarted and I missed 2 NS engines leading this westbound stack train coming out of on the Transcon line. As you can see there, there's 2 NS units leading 2 UP engines on this westbound stacker. Unfortunately, guys, my phone decided to do a restart right when this train showed up around the bend.
I quit school in the 10th grade and I grew out my hair. I got me a job doing lawnmower repair.
Alright, September 28th, continuation. This is that westbound stack train that had the NS engines in the front. Continued, my phone stopped recording all of a sudden, started playing music. I don't know why. Again, this train is heading west on Main 1 on the Transcon. Here comes a brand new Union Pacific Trinity rail box right there. This had to be Chicago, the Council Bluffs to Bailey Yard. It had 2 NS engines leading it, followed by 2 UP engines. This turned into a manifest. Oh, that was really cool. And I missed that too. Oh, a B&O. That is the 3rd B&O gondola I've caught in the last 2 days. There's some bungee. Yeah, this is definitely this is Council Bluffs, I'm sorry, Council Bluffs to Bailey Yard. That's bungee. Had 2 NS engines on the front of it. My phone, for some reason, did a restart. I wasn't able to get good pictures of them. And then stopped recording. So, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Having some technical difficulties. Rail Fanning Adventures, Fremont, Nebraska. Well, that's cool. That's a cool Canadian car.